for you, and it might actually hurt, and you might want to sit down, that's fine. What you will find, however, over time, is that your body will start to correct. I've had many students of mine who've had bad knees. All of a sudden, you know, they're kicking and punching with the best of them because they're using the body the way the body's designed to be used. So don't push it, of course. Don't strain yourself. Don't hurt yourself. But pay attention to the body mechanics, and hopefully you'll get better. All right, so left hand, palm specifically, to the center of the circle. Right hand under the left elbow with the fingers sort of up, also pointing to the center. All right, now we're going to walk. Our left foot should be in, right? Everybody has their left foot. All right, so we're going to take a step with our right foot. And you're going to toe it in just a little bit, okay? And let's walk. Here we go. Okay. Good. Give us like once or twice around, and then you can come in. All right. We can spread out, guys. We can also, you know, use as much room as we can use. Okay. Keep your shoulders down. Try to imagine your head is floating up. Look through the circle, so you should be looking at the person across the way if you have somebody across your way. Right now, just one piece of switch. Let's go the other way. We're not going to don't worry about the change. But I want to just switch, and we're going to go the other side now. So the right palm is in, left palm also facing the circle, center. All right, fingers pointing up. And now the left toe is the one that toes in a little bit. Now, just keep walking, okay? But try not to do this. You know, right? Try not to extend them. Everything we say should be rounded. All right, so my elbows here are rounded, wrists are rounded, even the fingers get sort of rounded, okay? So as we go like this, not like this. This puts pressure where you don't want pressure, okay? That's not natural to the body, and then you end up holding. So you should be able to hold this, not for a super long time, but you know, if your arms get tired, that's okay, you know, shake them out. But what you'll find usually is because your hands are out too much or something like that. Keep the palms facing the circle. Okay, and then a little bit more. Okay, and let's go to the other side now. Okay, and then Tammy's going to jump in with us. So, okay, stop for just a second. Okay, so now here's the intent, right? Again, we'll get to the mechanics of it as we do more of this. But right now, I'm looking for the feeling. I want you guys to feel the flow, that free-flowing form. Again, like you're just floating. Maybe you're floating on water or air. You know, you just feel like, yeah, you know, a big puff of air could push you over. Okay, but it's not. Why? Because you have structure. You still have body mechanics. All right. So as you have that feeling, then Tammy now will lead us in a meditation. Okay. So let's walk. That is if she's ready.
All right. So we're going to slow this down a little bit, and with each step, it's an inspiration or an expiration, so that your flow is slower. You're going to slide that foot across the carpet as you go. You'll hear that swishing sound. Breathe in, breathe out. Left foot, right foot. Whatever that is for you, but this is the straight. Breath, breath. Breath, a little bit slower. Each step is an inspiration, expiration. Each foot is one of the breaths, in or out. So if you're stepping and there's not a breath associated with it, you're going too fast. So this is a natural, slower, gentler movement. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, So your steps are going to coincide with your breath. And your focus, as you watch the center, you're going to bring your focus down slowly. There you go. Feeling your feet, noticing how they touch the floor. Breathing in, breathing out. And your ankle. Let your ankle joints be relaxed. Make sure you're not folding in any way. Just a slow, even movement. You become aware of your lower legs as they lift and go down. And then we begin to start the turn to go the other way.
Turn and walk the other side.
Noticing your feet and your ankles again, your shins, your calves. Be aware of the contact with your clothing. Be aware of the temperature on your skin. Be aware of the muscles. Notice what the calf muscles are doing as you're walking. You might even want to exaggerate for a few steps what the calf muscles are doing, just so that you can connect with that normal, relaxed rhythm, encouraging your calf muscles to be relaxed. Become aware of your knees. Notice the qualities and the sensations of your knee joints. Then expand your awareness, feeling the clothing or the temperature of the room on your knees, the front of your thighs, the muscles on the back of your thighs. What are they doing as you lift your legs with each step?
Okay, switch. Go the other way now.
Exaggerate the actions of these muscles in a slow movement, noticing how each one moves with each step, right on your front and back of your thighs. Become aware of your hips, the muscles around your hip joints. Relaxing those muscles, really relax into the step. Even when you think you're relaxed, relax some more with each breath and step. Notice the changes in your walk. The rhythm of the gait of your walk changes as you relax your hips. You can be aware of the whole of your pelvis and notice all the movements that are going on in your pelvis. One hip moves forward, then the other. One hip lifting, the other sinking as you go. You can be aware of the complete three-dimensional shape that your pelvis is carving through the space, your connection with the center. The lowest part of your spine, your sacrum, as it's embedded in the pelvis. You feel your spine extending upwards, the lumbar spine, the thoracic spine. Notice how it moves along with you, with your pelvis. Your spine is in constant motion. It's swaying from side to side. The twisting motion around the central axis of the lotus.
Okay, switch. Go the other direction.
Your spine is in constant, sinuous, sensuous motion. Notice your belly Feel your clothing in contact with your belly. Notice how your belly is the center of your body. Very often it feels like it's down there because we're so much in our heads. Seek to what extent you can feel your belly is the center of your body, as the center of your being. Then notice your chest. Let your breathing happen. Notice the contact that your chest makes with your clothing. Noticing your shoulders, how they are moving with the rhythm of your walking. How they hold your arms. Let your shoulders be relaxed. Allow them to drop into your elbows. Let your shoulders passively transmit the rhythm of your walk down to your arms.
Switch directions again.
Notice all the motion in your arms, your upper arms, your elbows, your forearms, your wrist, your hands, and let the air coursing over the skin of your hands and fingers. Feel, notice the air as you move through the circle. Become aware of your neck, the weight of your head being supported, your skull, the angle of your gaze. Relax the muscles in the back of your neck, your chin, as it slightly tucks as the top of your skull is pulled higher and comes into a point of balance. You're more inward turned, somber, more aware of the outside world, more aware of your thoughts. Bringing your head back to point, balancing, balances you. Relax your jaws, relax your gaze on the lotus, and let your eyes softly focus, gently looking, but not staring at anything in particular. Not allowing yourself to be caught up in anything that's going by. Just being aware of any feelings that you have and allowing them to float by. Just focusing on the movement in the body. You become more relaxed and at ease in the movement.
Okay, I think we stop with your arms up. Okay, you can shake it out, you know. You're probably not used to holding your hands out like that. All right. Okay, and obviously, you know, I want you to get the feel of this the first time. You know, I would have, you know, if this was a class or something, I would have done or corrected your hand positions, made it a little easier on your head and neck. Okay. But did anybody have that sort of free-flowing feeling at all? Did you get that, or was it just too hard to hold your hands up?
I did, but I felt like we needed to equal out the time we were switching.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Balance that part out.
Sure.
But otherwise, yeah.
Okay, good.
Well, I was just gonna say, sorry to more.
I was worried though, I was concentrating on this Scotland thing.
We're all trying to feel more
Right.
the turns, which is quite right, yeah.
Sorry.
And that's common. I don't know if you heard what he said, but yeah, that's common. Obviously, you were worried, okay, my hands are not touching my feet, you know. But once you got going, right, it's a little easier, of course. Yeah. And that's the idea. You know, this is a very natural motion. It's the first time you've done it. So later, you know, you'll actually you'll start to walk with your hips. You know, a lot of people have knee problems, you know, feet problems. You know, we walk with the hips. here. Now, again, it's exaggerated, you know, but that's where all, you know, your energy comes from. I believe you have two what we call energy gates. One is at the hips, one is at the shoulders, right? So if, the reason why we walk the circle and hold the arms, there's different positions of the hands. Sometimes it looks like this, sometimes like this, sometimes like this, okay, you know. So, and the reason for that is to open up the shoulder gates. And if you ever, you know, seen anybody do Tai Chi, you know, you see, you know, they move, you know, mainly the hips and shoulders, because the Chinese believe if you keep the hips and shoulders loose and flexible, you'll have very little medical problems in your older age. I'm talking like 70s, 80s, you know. Okay, so that's the reason for the hip thing. Okay.
Does it matter whether you turn in or out?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It's just a variety, you know. But it does for martial arts. Not for everybody. There is a reason why we do the either inside or outside. Okay, but for the purposes of the meditation, no, it does not matter.
I found it uncomfortable for my shoulders, but you say you would be correcting, so that would alleviate that.
Right. Well, you're one of the ones I saw with your hands out, right? So you probably need to round your, because when you have this, you see the tendency is to push the shoulder up. Shoulders must be down. Shoulders, again, being that the shoulders are one of the energy gates, you know, in America, you know, we reach for something in a shelf, right, and lift the shoulder up like this. Chinese don't do that. They keep their arm down, the shoulder down, even though they're lifting high. So, good point. So you're gonna feel it in your neck, probably head, shoulders, okay?
So in other words, am I hearing you saying that in this period of maybe 15, 20 minutes, would that be the average time of this perhaps?
Yes,
Yeah.
but like anything else, with more practice, you can get better at it.
But you would be doing different movements rather than
Correct.
just what we did.
That's right.
I found it wonderful.
Oh, okay, well, thank you.
Having led many walking meditations and participated in many, I think it really is quite beautiful. Imagining the other parts that would be present.
Well, that's kind of one of why I did that little quick demonstration, just to show you what the end result was,
Yes.
you know, and to show that, yeah, once you get this down, it's a great feeling. I mean, you just feel like, I got no worries, you know.
Well,
Yeah.
and what Tammy was doing was a body scan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Exactly.
she was doing a body scan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Neil, can you show them some of the different moves, like if you would go in a circle, you know, and show all the different hand movements?
I did a little bit, but I'll show again, just now that you've done it once, right? So you can see sort of what I'm talking about. In fact, I'll walk the circle again, just so you see the difference. See, a lot of you had your hands out like this. A lot of you started to drop the hands this way. Palms always need to be to the center of the circle. Again, I'm going probably a little too fast. But notice my feet. Okay, see how one is straight, one turns in. Okay, and here the changes again. This is the outside change. By the way, we'd also introduced some of the body mechanics. Okay, the part of the Chinese philosophy is the hand and foot move together, elbow and knee move together, and hip and shoulder move together. So if I was going to reach for something, you know, over here, this is wrong according to the Chinese, because look, my shoulder's way over here, but my hip's back here. So if I was going to reach for something, I'd go like this. And now my hip and shoulder are in the same line. Go back, hip and shoulder in the same line. So if you'll notice, when I do an outside change, hand and foot will move together, elbow and knee will move together, and my hip and shoulder will move together. So watch, this is the outside change. Okay. A little faster. Not faster, but smoother, probably is a better word. Okay, same thing with the inside change. Right? I go this way here, and just turn, go the other way. Okay, and then we add some more motion, because this right here, the one I'm about to show you, the Chinese say is perfect Jing, which is energy. All the energy motions, which go either horizontal, vertical, or elliptical on an angle. Okay, this covers all of the energies that you have in your body. This is like the most perfect motion that we can do for internal energy. And that's this right here. side. And but I don't know, again, I'm a little prejudiced if I do this, but, man, I feel like I can do this all night. This is great, I just feel like I'm floating, you know. You put a red cape on me and I can fly. See? Yeah.
Now, are these the movements for the trigram, or are these?
Yeah.
Okay, really?
The trigram, there's a reason it's 8, okay?
Yeah.
There's 8 of these poses here,
Yeah.
okay? You know, this is the first one, okay? Then we have 8 more, okay? And then there's 8 of these type of motions. There's 8, what we call circle forms. They're the motions we do as we walk the circle. All right, so that's the Chinese, the 8 is a big number in Chinese. I don't know why, nobody seems to know why, but everything you could break down in the Chinese system breaks down to that number 8 for some reason. All right. Any questions, guys? No? Okay.
Very much like Tai Chi. movements and-
Well, yeah, they're very much. Do you know what Tai Chi is? Does anybody know what Tai Chi really is?
It's a martial art.
It's a martial art, right? Okay. This, what I'm showing you here, is from the martial art of Bagua that I explained earlier. There's 3 systems that are at this high level we call internal martial arts. There's actually a 3rd one called Xingyi. So your perception is very much correct. This is very much like Tai Chi, very similar. In fact, the other one called Xingyi basically does the same thing, but it's linear. It goes in you go up one line, you come back the other line.
So in other words, though, this is not like a walking meditation that you do. This is something that you build on, and you keep on adding so that you can do the various things that you've done.
Right. Well, what happens though, much like the Tai Chi, right? You know, or even the yoga flow for that matter.
Yeah.
You know, there's set patterns.
Right.
But if you do a yoga flow today, and you do that exact same yoga flow 1 year from now, it will not look the same, will it? Right? Because of course you'll get better at it, okay, physically, but you'll understand it more, and more importantly, the body will understand it more. And that's what this is. This is natural body motion. So what happened today is your mind was calmer because the body is used to walking. Okay, you know, this is a feat, but basically this is a natural way to move.
But
All
as
right?
compared to what's being done now in meditation centers, you know, Americanized, okay, where they're doing walking meditations, et cetera, and they're walking at a slow pace, they're meditating on whatever, you know. This has a format to it.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Yeah, but again, it's the concept of the pre-heaven or pre-birth.
Got it, yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Because in this martial art, there are structured movements that are very, what we call hard, all right? You know, they go boom, you know, these sort of things here. You know, really powerful. But this is not that. This is no power at all. In fact, by having no power, I have power.
Yeah.
Okay, Michael, can I borrow you for a quick second? I just want to show you guys something. What happens here, turn this around, I won't be part of the promise. Okay, I won't hurt them, I promise.
Close your eyes.
Okay, but what happens is, the body gets so fine-tuned that you can harness all your energy, not just for martial arts, obviously, whatever you want to do. So watch, I could put my hand on him here, and just with a little bit of concentration, not mind concentration, I mean energy concentration, right. Okay? I probably could have knocked into that wall right there. Okay, I'm not bragging, I'm just saying, I've done this for a long time, okay? All right? And that was just a sit, that was from the hip. All I did was move my hip this way.
Yeah, 'cause
Okay?
you didn't, I felt it, and you didn't, it was just really just a.
Right, I didn't put, strike him. my hand never left him. I put my hand on him, and I moved my body this way. You saw, you know, and I didn't want it to go too far, because those are really nice screens, and I didn't want to take them. All right? But you get the idea, okay? You can concentrate this energy to what the body naturally does. And that's the best part. This is not foreign to the body once you get used to it. It's very, very calming to the mind because it's familiar to the body. Make sense, I hope? Okay. All right, fantastic. Any last questions on this? It's time to move on. Unless, Tammy, do you have anything else to finish up with it?
Was the meditation helpful or distracting?
The breathing was awesome.
Yeah.
As soon as I started doing the breathing and walking, then it was a lot easier.
Just a little louder, maybe?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. For those of us who are a little like.
Okay.
It's good.
All right, let's get the.
I was
Can
trying,
you-
but I don't wanna walk in front of the
No,
camera.
that's all right, hold on.